just cue me in. And am I looking? Where am I looking? You want me on one? Right here? Okay. And then you want me to be. So I'm looking into this camera right here? Okay. Back. Hello, world, and welcome to Legendary Children 2022. I am your virtual host, Julian Mattel, the iconic Julian Mattel, and I'll be giving you the live feed of what's actually going to be happening. Right now, currently, we have one of Seattle's best of the choreographers in the entire city, Coach Giggs and the crew cutting up right now. So mind you, when they come out and finish doing their 1-2, we definitely gonna go ahead and get that feedback on what they thought of their performance, where you can follow them, and so much more. But we couldn't go any further without giving a very special thank you to all of our sponsors, especially making sure that everyone that actually went on ahead and helped organize this event, and of course it being hosted in one of the best places, which is the Olympic Sculpture Park. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure that you guys are in the comment section. Go ahead and do a little cute emoji if you want to go ahead and see more. And go ahead and put some questions in there if you simply want to go ahead and ask me the hard-hitting questions. But my name is Julian Mattel, and I'll be your host for tonight. Welcome to Legendary Children 2022.
This is the origin of ballroom. It is black and brown trans women. And so to cultivate and create space and to continue to hold those spaces for each other, but especially centering around black and brown trans women.
burlesque is political, that burlesque is art, and that burlesque is culture, dealing with a lot of prejudice and racism and anti-blackness and anti-fat.
How is everyone doing? With cutting up. Excuse me, because say it correctly.
Yes, cutting up.
So, who wants to say so?
To me, and I've been dancing on cutting up since I was 9 years old. Hi, my name is Jada. I'm 10 years old, and I've also been dancing.
Hello, my name is Millie, and I've been dancing for Cutting Up since I was 10.
Hi, my name is Queen, and I've been dancing with Cutting Up since I was 10.
What's up? My name's Mike. I'm 20 and I've been dancing with Cutting Up since I was 9.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? I am Coach Giggs. I am the creative and artistic director of Cutting Up and these young people's mentors, and I'm just so proud of y'all. Y'all just really gave it all y'all got.
Might give us
Make sure you come October 28th. October 30th, Saturday and Sunday, at Rainier Court Arts Center.
Better come, y'all heard. Y'all better make sure y'all don't get a lot of money. We want to make sure that y'all have that place packed out. Quick.
Just get in windows, 3 in the back, 2 in the front. Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Word! That was
Hey, and cutting up, make sure.
guys. That here. Let me.
Sister, come on, about the interview. About the interview, come on.
This is the origin of ballroom. It is black and brown trans women. And so to cultivate and create space and to continue to hold those spaces for each other, but especially centering around black and brown trans women.
Legendary children. So we are doing interviews.
Okay, I know this is Seattle and whatever, but I'm gonna need to see some more energy. If you haven't visited the bar, it is open. Kids, it'll, your time will come. But they have juice boxes. Also, if you guys want to know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, cool. Literally right now. So when Queen Cash does our little DJ break here in about 30 seconds, I'm gonna see. One sec, they gotta get the mic together. Okay. Over here. So we'll probably do. Yeah, you guys will be on the mark over here. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, and then we're gonna probably go ahead and interview y'all like together and then separately really quickly. So we're just waiting for the mic to get themselves together. Give us one sec. Okay, so this. What makes you legend? Okay, these are just soul questions. What makes you legend? They're not even a lot of. Like, what is your definition of legendary? Wait a minute. There go He's back.
Hopefully that'll work now.
All right, go ahead and do your magic, Michael.
Where are your mics? Who's got your mics right now?
I one right here in my boob.
This is the one that's should be doing it. Okay. No, I heard some of it. It kept going in and out. That's why I was all like, switch mics, we should get over there. And so they're trying to fix it now. This one should. Yeah, I'm saying. I need to change that channel one more time. Check. Getting that pretty clear? Once it causes you problems again, let me know. I'll just keep rescanning.
Yep, you're about to go now. We're about to cut you now. I'm the one that's asking you the questions.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
they gave you a different direction. Sorry. They told me to interview her.
Yep, so the live feed, I'm interviewing both of you.
both of us.
Yes.
Do you want one together?
All right, and we're back. So I hope you guys can hear me. Sorry for the audio trouble, and please make sure you just give us a nice little emoji in the comment section. We love that. So I'm sitting here with some of our great talent and also some of our great hosts from Legendary Children 2022. So would you guys let us know who you are? You know, what do you like to do? You know, do you garden, things of that nature?
Ladies first.
Oh, of course.
I am Alex the P, aka Alexa Mattel, House of Mattel, realness, baby.
And my name is Alexa Manila, the other Alexa. And I had the honor and pleasure of introducing Alexa Mattel on stage. So if you just saw us on the main stage, you just saw her rip that stage up live with her live vocals. This is the difference. Alexa Mattel sings, Alexa Manila tries to sing. But I'm feeling great. I love that we've come back to Legendary Children 2022 for the 8th year, I believe. Yes.
And so, thank you. I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad to finally meet the Alexas. So, with that being said, I'm going to ask you guys one question. What do you guys think makes a person legendary? I'll start with you first. Alexa Manila.
Okay, this is starting to feel like a pageant question. You know what? I bow down to this queen. I will take first runner up. What does it take to be legendary? Be authentic. Love yourself. Because when you do, you love community even more. So live authentically, follow your heart, lead with your heart, follow your dreams, listen to your mind. Hey! This is the magic of live television, y'all. Hi. But yeah, oh my gosh, there's so much energy right now. There's so much music going on. I can't even think queer.
And Alexa Mattel.
What I think being legendary means is wearing your own skin no matter what nobody says, you know, and just achieving and accomplishing your dreams no matter what you go through. You owning it and being that bad motherfucking bitch, period.
Awesome. So if you guys want to know more about what it means to be legendary and what makes a legend, make sure you guys stay tuned to Legendary Children 2022. And I'd like to thank Alexa Manila and Alexa Mattel for giving me the pleasure to interview you guys. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to have more and some even more inside scoop and behind the scenes of Legendary Children 2022. And we back, just like I told you. In the meantime, like I said, we're going to have some community leaders, some community folks that definitely have been a part and attributed and supported Legendary Children since its beginning to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of feedback, who they are and what they do. So the up-and-coming legend Chaos, Chi Chaos, and all that.
looking for some good performances. As people are coming out to support, not just people that are performing, but also the ballroom community here. Julian said, the director of Playground Kiki, so definitely donate. Visit us on Instagram. It's a space that you can come and learn about ballroom, that you might see some of the performances tonight. So come through, check it out. IG, the Playground Kiki, donate. We definitely need the monies. So definitely donate.
And if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would you say it would be? As far as a legend. Matter of fact, take that back. If you had to describe the word legendary in one word, what would you describe it as?
Legendary, one word. Ooh, that's not nice. Earned. There you go. I'll do earned. It would be nice today. Earned.
All right. Well, I would like to go ahead and thank Chi Chi Chaos for going ahead and giving us the opportunity to interview them, and we look forward to talking to you soon. And make sure you guys support Playground Kiki. Make sure you guys do that. And if you want to find more out about that, simply go ahead and go to the Playground Kiki on Instagram for more information. Stay tuned to Legendary Children. We have more great upcoming performances. Okay, and I'm back. So we're gearing up for our next performer, which is going to be Lex Lyons of the House of Lions. So Lex pretty much has a very unique story about how they even embarked into the scene, and then also what they've been actually be doing and contributing to the dance scene. They host an array of classes with their actual organization called the Drop Zone, which actually celebrates an array of different types of dance styles and opens the opportunity for those who want to lead and be instructors to go ahead and to do so from community and by community, which is really, really great. So you guys are going to have the pleasure of actually meeting Lex after their performance. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you wear their comment section out as much as possible. And I can't wait to see what you've been saying. We'll be back soon. See you later, y'all. All right, so we are back. So there's been a change of plans. So actually, there's gonna be a switch. The switch out was actually with Lex Lyons and Hot Pink Shade. Both are great, as you can see, mind you, and you probably can't hear because, mind you, for copyright purposes. But once Hot Pink Shade's finished hitting the stage, we'll go ahead and get an interview from her so we can go ahead and get more information, more story about how they even came to Legendary Children and what makes them a legend. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys enjoy the comment section. And if you have any questions, anything you want us to ask you, anything you want us to ask our performers, our curators, please let us know. And we'll definitely go ahead and get those answers and the tea. So we'll be back very, very soon. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back. And mind you, as I promised you, I have the one, the only Hot Pink Shade after they just destroyed the stage. What's going on, Hot Pink Shade?
What's going on, boo? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
Tired.
Okay, cool. So mind you, so how do you feel after doing that performance?
I feel validated. I feel legendary, bitch.
You know, you heard that? They said they feel legendary. Am I just going to go to my next question? So, in your eyes, what makes a legend?
A legend to me is somebody who does things on their own merit, on their own accord, and doesn't compromise. They make a way for themselves. They show everyone, you know what? I can collab, I can do this, I can do that. But most of all, what I can do is me.
Awesome. Okay, and so where can people find you? Like, where can people go ahead and search for you? Go ahead and see you at your next gigs. Like, the girls want to support. How can they do that?
So, you can find me on all social media platforms at Hot Pink Shade. Be careful for Twitter. And then my next show for sure, this Sunday at Camerata Out at the Social Bar and Grill in Tacoma. And then every second and fourth Fridays at Supernova.
All right. Well, thank you, Hot Pink Shade, for actually doing what you do. Mwah. And as you guys saw, that was a legendary performance from a legendary girl. And we have more legendary performance coming up. Mind you guys stay tuned. This is Legendary Children 2022. And I am the one, the only host, Julia Mattel. And we'll be right back. All right, and so while we got a great performance going on, I like to always go ahead and, like I said, get feedback from community, but also like to put a spotlight on community when it comes to not just, ballroom, but we got to think about fashion, dance, all forms of art. And so a form of that art is being able to be fashionable, to be the girl. And so I have the one, the only, the impeccable Posh Mattel with me. How are you doing, Posh?
I'm doing lovely. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well, Posh. So, Posh, as a fashion it girl of Tacoma, and clearly in street fashion and streetwear, would you mind telling us from head to toe what are you wearing, and what does it take to be a fashion girl?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that question backwards. I feel like what it takes to be a fashion girl is to just be confident and to be happy with what you're wearing. I like to wear clothes that represent how I'm feeling in that moment. Right now, I'm wearing a lot of mix and match designer pieces with secondhand pieces. So I have just regular blue jeans from the Goodwill. I'm wearing some Nikes 97s. This velour is from the Goodwill. This is Marc Jacobs Heaven. This hat is from the Goodwill, and then I did this with a Pinterest thing. Jewelry from the interwebs. And then the little Louis jean bag, Gucci scarf to kind of add some pizzazz to it, and then some D&G glasses.
And so with all that being said, do you feel like fashion is something that just never goes out of style?
Absolutely. I feel like fashion is always so recycled throughout the years. I feel like fashion never goes out of style. It really just depends on how you're feeling in that moment.
Well, you heard it, mind you, from one of the up-and-coming legendary girls themselves, Posh Mattel. Thank you for having me the pleasure to interview with you.
Oh, thank you. I hope you have a fun night.
Thank you. You too. Up, I got somebody else on deck. I guess I'm doing double duty. Okay, how are you? That is wonderful. Okay. Oh, you stop it. You look great as well. Black is one of my favorite colors, so you already got a check in my book. So I'm sitting here with the one, the only, the queen that just really messed up and really just did their damage on the stage. So mind you, the queen, how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm definitely tired now. I was just like, I'm almost out of breath, but I'm doing really well. I was like, I'm pulling double duty tonight, so I was just like, let me go, shake a little something for the kids. I was like, I love doing Legendary Children, so anytime it come around, I'm like, let me come back. I was like, I love doing some stuff. I was like, I love the environment, the fashions, the fits, the people. I was like, the vibe is impeccable, so I'm glad to be here.
Nice to have you here again. So with you being around, having seen Legendary Children since it first started up to this point, what are some things that you're just like in awe about when it comes to where it started and where it is now?
I feel like the thing that I'm always in awe about is like no matter what time it happens, I was like the community comes out. I was like we always here, we pack it out every time. It's like people are still coming through. I was like, and like I said, the fashion. I was just like, I feel like it's just good to have like these moments in Seattle where you feel like community is like here. It's like, because I feel like sometimes we feel like everything is disconnected and distant. But I was like, in events like these and moments like these where we can all actually be in the room, it's amazing to me.
All right. And you know what? And before we let you people go to see your next show, see you go ahead and do a 1-2 on the stage, stream your music, like go ahead and give us, your handles. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm the queen of everything on Instagram. You can find me at The Queen under anything. Just look up DAQWEEN and I will pop up. I was like, always look out for that. There's gonna be a release party for my next album next month. I was like, be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna drop the dates and details really soon. And yeah, I got a new video coming out. I was like, just be on the lookout. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. The Queen, DAQWEEN.
All right, I can't wait for the release party. I'm going to be there. As long as there's going to be some cocktails and a cute little spread, I will be there. And thank you so much. Mind you, it was a pleasure interviewing you, and I can't wait to see you for the rest of the night. Great job. And we'll be back in a few once we actually go ahead and find out some other great people to interview and also just get some more of that tea. You guys keep wearing up that comment section and go ahead and make sure you guys stay tuned. See you in a few. And so we are back. And so, of course, I had to go ahead and snatch some of Seattle's best. And so I had to go ahead and grab the dynamic duo, Lucci. And so, Lucci, how are you guys feeling?
We're feeling good. There's some beautiful talent in there. Some really incredible energy.
Chris Vaughn is literally like stealing hearts out there. Y'all need to get here. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Very legendary.
Very legendary. You heard that. Very legendary. And speaking of legendary, and you guys just being legendary within the drag scene and doing something that's different, how did Lucci even come into fruition? Like, give us a little brief history, little 1, 2, shadoo.
Oh shit.
So, and y'all, you look like
Was
you
that
have.
from like just the whole time people was?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So does that mean you gotta interview everybody? Damn it.
Oh, we got to do the poll.
You're not on camera right now.
And you know what? I must say, it was the serenading that you gave us. It just radiated throughout the room, and it is cuffing season, so make sure y'all stream the album. Make sure y'all support the artists and do that when they plug their handles in a minute. So, really quickly, just tell us, how did you even get into music? Like, how did you come to be this artist that you are now?
Well, I always had a love for like performing, and I found that music was like, obviously music is a universal language, so it touches everyone. And if you could do the right things with music, you can literally change people's lives, and that's what I wanted to do. That's like my mission. It's just to give people hope, inspire them, and so that's why I gravitated towards music more so than like the other arts. So that's that. Yeah.
And so, mind you, we know that you just gave us one of your hits and things of that nature. So where can people experience more of the music, more of the artistry, more of the messages, more of the tales that you were giving us?
Yeah, so as obviously as an artist, you go from a small like entity, and then you meet people, you start networking, you do what you do, you start grasping people, and then they give you opportunity as well. Everyone's here in the community to lift you up, and that's what I want to be about. So all of my music is currently on all platforms, pretty much. You can go to chrislavon.com and see where I'm performing. You can hit me up on Instagram at chrislavon, iTunes, Apple Music, all that stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Well, y'all heard them. You can hit them up on all those things. Make sure you stream their music. Unfortunately, you guys missed a hell of a performance, but there'll be many, many more. Just make sure you go ahead and follow them, support them, stream their music, and I can't wait to see more. And it was such a pleasure interviewing you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, and to all those who are supporting, thank you.
Thank you. All right, and so we're going to keep this party going. Thank you, Chris. And we're going to go ahead and see what else is out here. I think I see Kylie. Kylie! Kylie! Moon cake! The cakes of the moon. Ah! So this is my sister, y'all. She coming on camera. Ah! Hi, Sister Pooh. You too. No, thank you. I'm going to have you stand right here. Yes, you got mine. It's going to be very professional. So I have, mind you, one of my favorites, the legendary Mooncakes 007, but in the drag community, just Mooncakes. That's it, with an X, Mooncakes, like the actual snack. So Mooncakes, how are you?
I'm well. I'm grateful to be here. I'm always honored to have the space, especially within a ballroom setting, to shine. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for actually being here. So, with you having these rave reviews for a lot of the shows that you're producing and also a lot of the local talent that you're now putting on, how have you been able to find that balance of being now a producer, a creative director, a social media specialist, now like a ballroom legend, like, and then being just a woman? Like, how did you find this balance to be able to do all of this?
When I find out, I'll let you know because we're all still figuring it out, I think. But regardless, I'm grateful for all the little things that come our way. You know, I'm not trying to take it for granted. So for now, my best thing to do is just honor everything that I have and make sure I'm doing the best I can. I don't know, for everyone else.
Listen, that's the realest answer I probably have heard all night, and I love it. So for folks who want to go ahead and support, you know, not only local drag, but to support a lot of the events that you put on, and also just to see you in action, you know, on and off the floor, where can they find you? How can they support you? Go ahead and let the people know.
My Instagram is X Mooncakes, and I'm throwing shows with my best friend Issa Man called Kickback. It's just an awesome show where we get to just bring all our favorite talents onto the stage and celebrate them. I also have a Monday show called Yay, which is twice some of that Cha-Cha Lounge. It's super, super chill and just meant to be something really casual where a lot of performers can come and perform with like no stress, no pressure, no nothing. And something I'm really proud of that I just did last weekend is called Asian Glow. That's AZNGLO. We actually just sold out Numos, which is kind of crazy, but it's just a space for queer and trans, Asian and POC people to gather, party, enjoy, celebrate performances, and just be happy.
Y'all heard the woman. Mind you, she is booked and busy, and you can support her by simply not only to support her shows, follow her, and it is always a pleasure to go ahead and interview Mooncakes. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it so much, Julian. Thank you so much for all you do as well. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, you stop it. You stop it. You heard that. She appreciates me. So, and Lex done stormed me. Come on, Lex. Let's do this. Hi, Lex. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired, but I'm good.
I mean, that performance was just, it's no word. The word is, and that's all I can describe it as. So really quickly, you know, we mentioned earlier about how you have the drop zone, how you've been actually contributing to the dance community, how you've been giving people that normally do not actually instruct opportunities, which is great, and we celebrate you for that, and thank you. So how has dance been an outlet for you as a performer?
I feel like dance is a way for me to connect with the community, especially because I grew up dancing with my family, and it was a way for us to connect. You know, we'd be dancing at parties, and there wasn't really a structure to it. Now that I have more structure, I want to keep that element of community. So as far as the outlet, it provides me with, like, you know, friends and community and just a space where I feel like I belong.
And so with you, this is your first Legendary Children, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so with this being your first Legendary Children, what does it feel like for you not only to be a part of the actual exhibition pieces and being photographed and actually being recorded by videography and being able to actually spread a message of ballroom culture and how it's important to have chosen family, but now being able to share your talents with the community for the first time?
Oh man, I was really honored. Honestly, I thought they asked everybody, and I was like, okay, I'm available. But I'm truly honored. I saw the lineup and was like, oh, holy shit. Like, how am I going to live up to this lineup? I really got to bring it. And truly, like, the feeling I can describe is honor to be a part of this community with so many amazing performers and amazing people. I'm just happy to be a part of it and to share my culture with people and to incorporate my culture into ballroom. It means a lot to me because, you know, there's not a lot of Latinos in Seattle. And so to be able to represent my Mexican and Nicaraguan heritage means a lot to me.
You know what? And that just hit home, and I feel it, and I feel the energy, and I'm just glad that you're able to really not only just represent for just cisgender women, but also just women all over. But mind you, to use your art form of dance to heal, to show representation, and to truly just be a ray of light. And it really is such a pleasure to see you grow and just really blossom. And so where can people follow you and support you with, you know, the drop zone, and just simply want to probably ask for private lessons or instructions and things of that nature?
You can find me on Instagram, LexSmoove, SMOOVE, and then Drop Zone is dropzone.dance. Right now, we offer sensual dance, heels fundamentals, hip hop choreo, and we will be offering breaking and freestyle classes. And I offer scholarships to really anyone. I don't turn anyone away, but I focus on giving those scholarships to Black, Brown, and trans communities.
Well, you know what, Lex? It's always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure for you to really go out here and really see you do your big one. I'm so proud. Thank you so much for giving me the pleasure to interview you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, everybody watching.
Not a problem. And so we are back. Oh, you just stormed my live. Oh, they are panicked. Did y'all see that on live? Y'all see that? Anyway, I am back. So mind you, as I mentioned before, we got more performers lined up that are really going to give you a hell of a show. Make sure you guys are staying tuned. Make sure you guys are wearing that comment section out. And make sure if you already are not doing so, make sure you follow Legendary Children on Instagram. And also, if you are not following anything else, simply go ahead and follow the C-Tech Ballroom as well as the Playground Kiki, all on Instagram. And if you want to find out more about where you can go ahead and support Legendary Children, feel free to send a DM. They'll definitely answer. We'll be back soon. Oh, I'm actually not done. Okay, come on over. You can go ahead and stand right here. Okay, so what's your name?
Muñeca.
Oh, nice to meet you. And so are you a local in Seattle?
Yes, I grew up here.
Oh, okay. And so is this your first Legendary Children?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm actually here to promote Reflections Festival that Seattle Public Library is putting on. I am one of the 4 artists. I'm Muñeca. There's also Koya Harris and Naomi Bragan. And I'm missing one more. I will come back to it, but it's November 3rd at 6 p.m. It'll be online virtually at 6 p.m. November 3rd. And we filmed it at Pier 62.
Okay, and you know what? Just because you said all that, y'all better come. Y'all heard them. Y'all better come. Support is virtual, so you have no excuse. Turn your computers on. Make sure you tune in for a great show. And it's free.
It's free. It's free. It'll be recorded. You can watch it later. Wow.
A free show. A free virtual show. You can't beat that. And so, mind you, where can people go ahead and find more information out about it?
You can find more info at Seattle Public Library's website, the Instagram, and it'll be streaming live on YouTube. So, yeah.
Awesome. And you know what? If there's anything else you want to shamelessly plug, go ahead and let us know. We don't mind doing that and giving you the opportunity.
Yeah, I will be performing at Velocity Dance Center's Fall Kickoff October 1st, and then Nightlight at Northwest Film Forum on October 6th. You can get those tickets at velocitydancecenter.org.
Awesome. It's a pleasure interviewing you, and I can't wait to see the success of the show because I know it's going to be a kick-ass show. Can't wait to see it virtually, and I hope all of you get to see it virtually, and thank you for giving me the pleasure to actually interview you.
Thank you.
Not a problem. No problem. And I love your makeup. You're welcome. Hi, Grands. Y'all can't see him, but my Grands is off screen. So, as y'all see, they got me on live, y'all. I am really shocked. But currently, we have, mind you, one of my daughters. They just killed the stage. That was Ruby Venus, a.k.a. Sophia Mattel. I'm going to grab her when she actually gets through the crowd. It's a lot of people. But they are social distancing. It is giving, you know, very much of safety protocols. Shout out to COVID-19 safety protocols. We do that here. And they're making their way. They walk real slow. But in the meantime, so make sure y'all wear that comment section out. Make sure that you send us a cute emoji. Tell us who your favorite performance was. Tell us who you'd like to see next year. If you want to donate, give us a little money, do that. So we love that. We love it. And oh, wait a minute. We got one more. Wait a minute. Hold on. Come on over. And how are you? That's good. Okay. You said you what?
I'm black and blessed.
You heard the woman. Okay. So mind you, can you tell us your name?
I am DeMonica Leon.
Okay, DeMonica Leon. So mind you, tell us a little bit about yourself, you know, what you specialize in, what is your form of art, you know, what brought you to Legendary Children.
Hi, well, I'm from Tacoma.
You from where?
I'm from Tacoma. Tactown, period. Tactown.
All right. Shout out to Tacoma.
Yes, no, I do burlesque, I do drag, I do it all. I do not limit myself when it comes to art forms, so... but yes, tonight Legendary Children's been amazing. It's been a blessing for everybody involved. It's fun. It's important. It matters. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a little winded for my performance.
Which, by the way, I caught a glimpse of. If you missed it, you missed it. But it was really, really dope. Really, really dope. And so with you being such an artist, an artiste, not an artist, an artiste, where can they support you? How can they support you? Where can they find you?
Ooh wee, I'm really everywhere. I'm really everywhere to be honest. But I do a lot of performances in Seattle, even though I live in Tacoma. I'm up here pretty much every weekend. You can find me on my social medias where I promote Demonica Leone on IG and Facebook. Yes, I'm literally everywhere.
Well, you know what, Monica Dion, it's been such a pleasure. I love your energy, love the look. I really am trying to tell people, y'all really missed an epic performance. Make sure you guys follow them, support local drag, support local art, support black artists. Please do that. And it's been such a pleasure interviewing you, and thank you so much. Not a problem. So I am back to being solo. I done checked both of my sides. And I don't see nobody. So that means I ain't got to really do no more interviewing. I can go ahead and say hi to everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all enjoying Legendary Children? Come on over. Okay, stand right there. You stand right there. We're live. So I got 2 community members I done snatched up. That's right, we're live. Bam, right on camera. So that's right. So tell us your names.
I'm KT.
I'm Bobby.
All right, Gaethje. Oh, AT. AT, Bobby. Okay, got it. And so where you guys from?
Oh, I'm from Texas.
What city?
I grew up in San Antonio.
Oh, I have a good friend that just moved to San Antonio. So yes. And Bobby, where you from?
Oakland.
I just came from Oakland. Oakland is cute. It's very black. I must say, I love Oakland. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, but they got me here in Seattle. So is this you guys' first Legendary Children?
Yes, right? Yeah.
So how did you guys find out about it?
Shit, Instagram homies.
Okay, so you guys heard from Instagram and from other artists. And so how are you guys enjoying the actual event so far?
Well, we just got here, but I love seeing hella black people, hella queer people. It's beautiful.
And that's honest. Hey, I mean, look, at least you showed up. They got to be real about that. And so with this being your first one, what are some things that you guys hope to see next year?
Blacker. I'm always gonna be like, I want it blacker, I want it queerer, I want it to center. I think it already does that, but it's just like, I just got here, right? We just got here, so I don't know, but I'm just thinking about in terms of any event. It's like, make it blacker, make it queer. What are some more ways that you consider black, queer, trans, femme voices? And so that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, and that's real. And so I want to thank you guys actually for supporting Legendary Children. This is actually my first one, so we're all new kids on the block. So mind you, they got me working, as y'all can see, looking like Ricky Lake. But oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. But I ain't gonna hold y'all night up. Oh, stop. Oh, you stop it. But you guys enjoy your night, and thank you. And so that's what we like to see. We like to see, local community people supporting more local events like this that are safe spaces for us. And Legendary Children 2022, this ain't the end of it. Ruby! Daughter! What's going on? Oh, I just got stormed. I'm getting stormed by the damn Mattels. Come on over. So I just got stormed by 2 Mattels. I didn't expect that. So mind you, we're going to go ahead and start with Ruby Rose, a.k.a. Sophia Mattel first. So how was your performance? How did you feel about it?
I feel really good. I feel the energy, and I'm really glad I'm sharing space with everyone here tonight.
And so with this performance, because you performed a lot, you've been booked and busy girl. So with that being said, what made this performance different from all your other ones?
I think I've been since moving here, I've been really passionate, and I think tonight is a reminder that to be in community, and not that the other shows aren't, but we're here as a house where there's other people here from the community, queers, trans, people of color, and I think I just wanted to push myself tonight to do that, and it felt different for me in that way.
Being a woman that just happens to do drag, how do you feel that this helps with the inclusion of drag art and the continuation of the legacy of drag art in Seattle?
Yeah, I think constantly as artists we're redefining what drag means, and I think being part of this trans community that's in Seattle doing drag is really special, and I think we're really pushing. There's different type of drag, right? There's trans mass, there's trans femme, there's cis, there's everything, and I think it's really important to include everyone, and I'm glad to be part of that here.
And so obviously, you know, you being now a part of Legendary Children, now having your names just engraved in stone as one of the performers, most likely probably get booked next year. You never know. If you want to see her, put it in the comments section. But where can people see you outside of Legendary Children? How can people book you? How can people support you if they want to see more of Ruby Rose? Ruby Venus, y'all. Ruby Venus with an I and it's with an S.
Yeah, so I don't have an official email yet, but you can find me on my Instagram, which is SOF.M Rodriguez, and you can hit a DM. I will be doing a few shows in the next following weeks all over, like Queer Bar, Timber Room, so I'm really excited for all of that.
Y'all heard the woman. Make sure y'all book her, y'all support her, and that is Ruby Venus, a.k.a. Sophia Mattel. It's always a pleasure, and I'm so proud of you. You're welcome. So, of course, I found somebody else that stormed me really quickly, and it is one of the actual individuals that helped support this event, helped create this event, and even had its actual mission be something that came into fruition, but it definitely took a village. And so I would like to go ahead and have Dr. Stephon Wallace to go ahead and to get on camera. So how are you feeling, Doctor? The doctor. So these are your marks. So you stand right there. So mind you, I got him on camera, y'all. So this is Dr. Stephon Wallace, literally one of the individuals that helped create this event from the beginning up till now. So being someone that had this idea and shared it with other individuals and community, how does it feel to see its growth over time?
That's a great question. Full transparency, this idea wasn't mine originally. Someone had came up with the idea, that was Davida, and she brought in some community folks who wanted to pull this together. But one of the things they recognized is that they didn't have anybody in the community who had real ballroom influence and knowledge. So one of her friends connected her to me in order to provide that perspective to the very first Legendaries, and then they kept asking me to come back and provide guidance and advice to how to do it in a way that appropriately centers the community. It doesn't like commodify the community or doesn't take away from the community, right? Adds value to it. So, but it's been great. This has been great.
Okay, and so mind you, with you now being someone that is a staple not only in ballroom, a staple in the Kiki scene, a staple in public health, published, how does it feel to kind of be able to balance all of that? Because that's a lot to balance, a lot of different hats.
So I'm really a triplet, and there's 3 of me around here. So if you see other me's running around here, it may not be me. It may it may be one of my twins. So, but honestly, the real answer to the question is meditation, my kids, my family, and prayer is what helps keep me balanced in all of this. But honestly, part of the reason why I'm still doing this work, not just in public health, but also in ballroom and in community, is because it doesn't feel like work. You know, most of the time it feels like I'm just hanging out and doing what I love to do. So I guess when you're really, really passionate about something, it also helps to keep you grounded and keep you connected and keep you going.
And so if anybody wanted to go ahead and just wanted to find out more about some of the research you've done, even read some articles, even cite you in a paper, because we have some scholars that are on camera. Hello, those in school, stay in school. How could they find you? How could they go ahead and support any of your endeavors that you may have coming up, any speaking engagements or things of that nature?
Stephon Wallace on the social media platforms. You can also Google me. I've been waiting to say that. But you can Google me for real. But please reach out. Like, if there's anything I can do to help people get connected to this work, do more in this work, I'm all about that. So let's get connected. Let's build and make magic.
Well, you know what? It's always a pleasure interviewing you. Always a pleasure to do stuff like that. Why?
Did you just come off tour with like...
Oh, no.
What's the child's name?
Oh.
The Aries, the one that's on tour right now. What's the...
Lil Nas X?
Yes.
You know what? No. Love is music, though. But if you're watching, you can go ahead and book me. I don't mind doing a little, giving unique. I don't mind doing that. But it's always a pleasure, Grands. Love you.
Back. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And so, mind you, that was another Mattel. You know, the toys always stay booked and busy. And so we have one of my faves on stage right now. It's actually going to be Viper Fangs. That is my niece, and she is turning it with Alien Superstar Unique. That's what you are. Well, if that's what you want to feel like, that's what you are, yeah. So we're going to let them go ahead and finish it and storm them over here real quick. So, but in the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and actually let you guys know it is getting packed. It's a lot more packed than actually I really like thought it was going to be. And it is packed. There's a lot of people here. People are scattered everywhere from outside, inside. Folks are socializing. There's some people even sitting up here. Are they flipping? I think they flipping. But in the meantime, though, like I said, you guys keep wearing that comment section box out. Keep watching the live. Make sure you guys share it. We love you guys to share it. And make sure to let us know what you want to see more of. And Viper Things is done. So once they actually come on over, we'll go ahead and be able to actually ask some more hard-hitting questions. Because I want to know where they got this look from. It looks very, very familiar. Very familiar. Where are they at? That look real familiar. I got one just in my house. Yes, it does. Oh, hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, is that a baby in there? Oh, ain't no baby in there. Oh, they're gonna scare the people. In the meantime, while they're going to go with Viper, we're going to go ahead and let you guys know. If you guys want to go ahead and support Legendary Children 2023, make sure you follow the Instagram page. Send us a DM of what you guys want to see. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like, what you hope to see for next year. Hell, even let us know who you want to see. Do you want to see an out-of-towner? Do you want to see just more local talent? But at the end of the day, the voice is all up to you, and we all want to hear it. We want to receive it and just be able to really be able to take that, plan next year's Legendary Children 2023 and make it more bigger, more epic, and even more. Oh, Viper, over here. Hold on, she got to do a touch-up. You get on my nerves. Stand right here. And of course, and right here. And so, of course, I got my hands on the impeccable, the one, the only Viper Fangs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, girl?
I'm fine. You look great. You look really good.
Can you say that in Mexican too?
Oh, you know what? No.
Some Chinese I got with that.
So we were trying to go ahead and give you multi languages to say that you look great. We're just going to say you look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. So mind you, just went on ahead and did one of my favorite songs from the Renaissance album, Alien Superstar. What made you pick that song out of the whole album?
Quite honestly, when I kind of build like my art and my performances, I kind of build it off of like what you see. I feel like my favorite sense is like sight. And so when I saw you wear this, I said, hey, this is the day after my birthday. I made you this headpiece. And I was like, let's get a buy one, get one. And so after this, I was like, this is giving very much Alien Superstar when the album came out. And I was like, that's really the vibe. Day after my birthday, really kind of ascending into my art form as I really want it to be. So Alien Superstar was the perfect option for this.
And happy birthday.
Thank you. It's my 21st birthday today.
We love it. 3 is a lucky number, y'all. We love the number 3. Where can people be able to, so actually before we even go there, you've been getting booked and busy. How long have you been doing drag?
I debuted in March. I was supposed to do it in January, but then COVID wave number, whatever wave it was at the time, inconspicuous number of how many, came by and I got pushed to March. I got some extra time to tidy things up. I really haven't been doing it for that long, but I'm excited now that I'm 21 to just really keep it pushing and push it quick, bullet train.
And so with you now embarking on this journey of drag, getting booked, being busy, selling out places and things, where do you see yourself going with this? Do you see yourself actually producing your own event? Do you see yourself now supporting other up and coming local drag queens?
I definitely want to kind of really see what's out there because like I was doing most of my performing and forming my drag under 21. I feel like a lot of my references were different than everyone else's. And so now I just really want to see how much I can push myself by seeing what the girls are doing. It's like, who can I really look up to and find some other places to pull from. Maybe we'll host a show. I feel like that sounds super fun. I'm a Virgo and an A-type. I said, I will come to each one of your houses, put on the makeup for you, and drag you to this bar so you're here on time. I said, I will chip you with consent. But definitely keep an eye out. We'll see what we create.
And mind you, I was just about to go there. So where can the people, the girls, the boys, the gender non-conforming, the non-binary folks be able to find you, be able to support you, book you, do all of that?
All of them and the Asians can find me on Instagram at Viper with the V, Fengz with an E and a Z. And that will be my Instagram where you can find where pretty much I do most of my stuff. That's where I post like my makeup. That's where I post a lot of where my gigs are going to be and all the other art I can offer.
Well, you know what, Viper? It's been such a pleasure. I'm so proud of your growth. Like now you're no longer like just little Viper, like you're like Viper Fangs and it's like a big Z at the end. And mind you, I'm just glad that you even came out here and did your 1, 2, did your big one. Congratulations, Bukas. So mind you, it's a pleasure. And y'all already heard them. It's Viper Fangs. Make sure that you book them. Make sure you support them. And make sure you follow them on their Instagram page. That's right. Thank you, Viper Fangs. Not a problem. Now, of course, mind you, as you guys can see, I was bombarded by a stage crasher. I wasn't expecting that. They stormed me. All right. Let's see what happens next. Davida! Davida! So before it gets too late, I want to go ahead and interview Davida. So Davida is one of the folks that... And we step in to make sure. Give us a minute. Okay, and we're back. And so, mind you, this is the individual that everyone should be thinking in the comment section. This would not even be a thing had they not just had this epiphany or this moment of thought. So really, I want to go ahead and really give you guys a one-on-one with the one, the only Davida. So Davida, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm so happy. It's so beautiful tonight. You're so beautiful. I cannot believe I've not really seen you in person. We've been on so many Zooms, and I've been texting you for months saying, there's this party I want you to come to, and it'll all make sense. All the beauty, all the joy, all the goodness. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually doing well. And I think the thing is that I think folks that really do a lot of the work behind the scenes should be actually celebrated. Although, like, they really, like, some people are very bashful. They don't like being in the spotlight, and I'm one of those people. But I think that you need to actually be giving your flowers virtually and in person because the fact that a lot of this would not be able to happen or exist if you had not said something or been able to recruit such folks to be able to bring them together to even have us put this together from all over. And so I wanted to ask you, where did it all start?
You know, this started in 2015, and I would say I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I moved to Seattle almost 17 years ago. And I will always remember that someone saw me walking down the street and said, I see you. You don't have any black friends. And they took me under their wing and they introduced me to the Central District Forum. And who's here today but the Central District Forum, making sure that we can take care of artists and community. But in 2015, there was a celebration of house and ball culture in New York. And people noticed it was whitewashed. It was for the 20th anniversary of Paris's burning. And in Seattle, of all places, we said, I wonder what it would look like if we honored the way people find a home in house and ball culture and make an event that's all about belonging. But like put black and brown, trans and queer people right at the center. And as a queer black woman, my whole heart, yes, all the time. And we've done this for 7 years, but of course it was been different because the last 2 have been virtual. So this venue that we're at, we were trying to get here in 2019. After we wrapped the last Legendary Children, we were like, we want to go to the sculpture park. So now that we're at a place where we can reemerge. So much life tonight, right? So much joy, so much beauty. And I think the flowers for me is I know I'm part of a group of beautiful communities. I feel blessed to be claimed. Somebody is blowing and just dancing in the back. I'm just like, I can't even focus because it's amazing. But that part is giving me life. And after so much death, we need a lot of life. I'm so happy to look in your eyes because one, you were being modest because I asked you what you were wearing. You're like, this whole thing, I'm gonna do that. And you come out here in some leather studs with this fabulous scarf on. And I hope the audience sees the back of your jacket. I don't know how
I don't think they did. Well, you know, I think.
show them your back so they could like see how fabulous you are. Absolutely.
Davita, you're so sweet. So, with you seeing the growth of Legendary Children, the purpose, the mission, and seeing like now that it really has become a community staple, where do you see it going in the next year or so?
Oh, you know you got recruited. You got clocked. So you're getting recruited for Legendary Children. We talked a lot about leadership, right? Like how do you get the next generation? So this is my goodbye to the library. So I did Legendary Children for the last 7 years when I was public engagement programs manager at the library, and this is my goodbye party. So having a goodbye party like this does something that's really important for me. It lets me know that it's not a goodbye, it's a continuation. This isn't going, look at all this beauty. This isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to the next part of my career, which is working on policy. But I know that excellent policy is grounded in culture. And so it was very intentional for me to stay part of Legendary Children when I went on to the next rung of the place where it's time for me to be. And I'm a lift as we climb person. So I knew that the next generations will show up. And I'll be here to root, to give money, to advocate. And then you all are civic leaders. And so you will come back and say, museums, libraries, this is how you help us take care of the Legendary Children, everybody. And that's what I'm excited about. That's what I think the next level is evolution, it's growth, it's togetherness. Truly one Seattle, one Seattle.
And so with this being something that like literally has been part of just your being, you know, you put so much energy into it, what are ways that folks can support if they couldn't actually attend or if they want to go ahead and donate to Legendary Children? Like, how can they do that?
You know, what I will say is I used to work at the Seattle Art Museum, so there's a reason why I do almost everything I do. I'm a very intentional person. And what I remember from working in museums is this is an institution that when the economy contracts, they feel it. And there's been a tremendous amount of equity work done in this museum so that you and I and the communities we belong to can come into this place and feel at home. And so what I would say is if people are moved, cut a check and say, hey, Seattle Art Museum, Seattle Public Library, we want to see Legendary Children funded in perpetuity. Thank you for your in-kind donation. Continue to give. We want to make sure that these beautiful artists are always well supported when they come to be part of this program. And we see this as a point of civic pride. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Well, since you spoke it, most likely to happen. So, you know, the power of the tongue, y'all beware of that. But thank you, Davita, for everything that you've done. You should be more than proud of what you've been able to create and support and how many folks you've touched without you probably even knowing them. So I know me personally, I'm touched. It means a lot to me because, you know, I've only been here for a year. So
now you home. You home now. You home now. I know you got your other home in Baltimore, but now you're here in Seattle now. We got you. We got you.
Thank you, Davita. It's a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
Thanks. So we are back now. That was Davita, and we'll be back momentarily. Right in the middle spot, right here. Okay, so for those who were able to see it and for those who were not able to see it, y'all just missed an epic performance from another epic artist. And so I want to introduce, mind you, one of my favorite flowers. Would you mind telling people who you are?
I am Mix Puxaplenty. I'm known as the They, Them, Yes Queen of Burlesque, the Michelle Obama in Burlesque, and I am the current number 17th most influential burlesque figure in the world.
In the world, y'all. In the world.
In the world.
In the world, the real kind, the real world, not the virtual, but the one that spins. It actually spins. Okay, so is this your first legendary children?
This is my first legendary children as a performer. I stage managed last year, and so I came back to stage manage and then was asked to perform, which is such an honor. It's an honor to be here.
And so tell us a little bit about your performance. Like, where did it stem from? Why is the sunflower? Like, just give us a little history behind that.
So this act was actually created for a festival that I produce called What the Funk. It's an all people of color burlesque festival that happens here in Seattle every August. And we just had it this past August at the Triple Door. And so this act was inspired by my love for funk music, specifically Hot Fun in the Summertime by Sly and the Family Stone.
And so with you being like so ranked in the world and booked and busy, and you know, being a stage manager, being an artist, where can people find you? Where can people book you? How can people support you in the art of burlesque and also being a black burlesque artist?
So you can follow me at Venmo at mx-pucks, but you can also follow me on Instagram at Puxaplenty. My website is mixpuxaplenty.com, and I actually have a school. It's called Show Them Burlesque Basics, and it's rooted in black liberation and fat liberation lens. So it's really open for folks that are marginalized or want to do burlesque that is rooted in that lens.
All right, well, you heard it, mind you, from the number 17th ranked person in the world, the Sunflowers themselves. Mind you, literally one of my new favorites. It's a pleasure. Mind you, great job tonight. And mind you, once again, keep doing what you're doing. Love the energy. And mind you, and support black burlesque artists. Support black burlesque artists. Thank you so much. No problem. And so we're already now on to our actual LSS, which is our Legend Statement and Stars. So we are now on our public runway piece. If you guys are seeing that, that is Pharaoh and Sophia Chaos doing their thing. Mind you, as of right now, they are clearing it out so people can see. So I am going to try to get a peek, but I can't see anything. Oh, people are moving. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I know it's the LSS. So we're going to just go ahead and... It's like I'm just playing. We're just going to do that right now. So now, 1 second. So, as I just finished coming back from headquarters, they have informed me that you can see it just a smidge. You can't see it all the way. But what you can see, we're currently having a LSS happen right now, where there's Legend Statements and Stars. Those will be really, really cute, which is, mind you, pretty much a roll call for folks in the ballroom scene. But what we decided to do was open it up to folks that actually are just in community, so everyone can feel like they're being seen and heard. And so that's Pharaoh right now on the mic with Sophia. 1 second. Uh-huh. And they're going down. So, and we have, mind you, the father, Colorons Noir. Yep. We got them. So, oh. But we'll be back momentarily after these messages. And oh, no, we won't. I got to keep talking. So I'm going to keep talking and see what happens. And we're going to see actually what happens. Hopefully, we know what's going to happen next. Oh, they are voguing in there. Oh, it is cute. I wish I was in there right now. So, and that is Pharaoh Chaos with Sophia on the mic. And they are what we're doing, what they like to call commentating. Make sure you guys check that out. Oh. All right. They're doing, oh, that's cute. That is nasty. So we know what's going on, what's happening next. So actually, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hand it over to Colorons. Colorons, don't go nowhere. Give me 1 second.
Hey, virtual peeps. Thank you again for tuning in. This has been like So much fun. I literally just walked off the public runway. It's happening. Featuring all of our legends, our statements, stars, community members. This is literally my favorite part of the whole program, and we do it every single year. So if you're feeling comfortable next year, come out. We love to see everyone on the stage. They are going crazy. But yes, so again, if you're not vaccinated, if you haven't got your vaccine, make sure and reach out. We have lots of resources for that as well. So they're giving MP14 vaccines here today. I'm literally gonna go get the vaccine after this. So make sure you know your status and that you are staying healthy, staying safe. And it felt really good to bring this event back in person again for the first time. So we thank you all for being here. I think we're ending, at 9-ish for the live stream? We just go until the cows come home, till the party's over. After this, we're gonna have DJ Riz spinning. So we have Queen Cash and DJ Riz both here tonight. So as soon as this is over, we're about to dance the house down till 11. Oh snap, it's going down, hold on. I know, I'm ready to get back out there. This is literally the most fun part. I'm like super sweaty. It's very nice, very hot. As you can see, people love to turn looks. I'm giving, my inspiration was I'm giving spooky season, witch, priest, pirate, the house, boots. So that's my inspiration for this gown. But yeah, we want to know what your favorite parts are. If you're there on the virtual event, in the comments, sound off. We want to know how's the show been? What's been your favorite part besides me? And what do you want to see next year? This is a community event. It's always just a huge party. So we put this on for community. So thank you for showing up, because this is all for you at home and for all these people here. So the first time ever at the sculpture part, I think it's been an absolute blast. So again, thank you Seattle Art Museum, Seattle Public Libraries, Seattle Office of Arts and Culture. We had an exorbitant grant that was given this year that allowed us to pay a lot of artists and to bring more artists in than we ever have for Legendary Children. So thank you to our community partners. There's a whole list of them that I don't have in front of me, so I'm not gonna say it, so don't leave anyone out. But all our community partners, thank you. We appreciate you. Yeah. And stay safe, do your homework, brush your teeth, wash your face. And I think that's basically it. We're not gonna have any more interviews. You've seen all of our artists tonight. So please sound off again. Who was your favorite? We wanna know what your favorite part of this event was so that we can keep it going for next year. And I am Carla Rance, by the way, one of your community curators, just in case you're wondering who I am. And so, again, this has been such a labor of love, the key word being labor. But no, thank you again for being here. This was more than we could have imagined. So I'm gonna get our host, Julian, back up here. What's that?
Thank you, Carla Rons. And it's always been a pleasure to go ahead and be your host. This is my first time hosting a virtual show, so I'm very excited and delighted that you guys had me here. I would like to thank all of the team of Legendary Children. I would like to thank all of our virtual community that's been watching and supporting and wearing the comment section out. Love y'all truly and fully. In addition to that, I would also like to thank the crew. Mind you, Michael in the back. Hi, Michael. Mind you, I'd like to thank you so much for keeping me down with the tech. And mind you, last and certainly not least, I'd like to thank all our supporters, from the library to the museum, just to all the local folks that have just been supporting Legendary Children from the beginning up to now. So we really appreciate it. And on that note, you guys have a great night. Stay blessed, be positive, and can't wait to see you next year. See you soon.
burlesque is political, that burlesque is art, and that burlesque is culture, dealing with a lot of prejudice and racism and anti-blackness and anti-fatness and all of these different things. I tell folks, how am I supposed to follow rules that never had me in mind to begin with?
Knowing that I don't identify as a woman and then openly being trans, masked, non-binary, the tables have turned now and people treat me a little more accepting, which I find really interesting.
I was afraid to even wear like short shorts. I used to try to cover up my body so much because I was taught that who I was and how I looked and how I present was too provocative and it made people uncomfortable, and like, nah, this is wonderful. This actually brings people into sacredness, into holiness, into God, right? Like, that's a completely different mindset. My name is Goddess Brickhouse, and I am a lot of things to a lot of people. I show up as a burlesque goddess. I show up as a burlesque producer, performer, teacher. As far as sex work is concerned, I show up as a consultant, as an activist and agitator in the sex work and sex education industry. I show up as wisdom and leadership. And then I think also, I just show up as a lover of people. I really think that is, everything comes back to that, my calling to love people. And I tell people I'm a professional lover. It's my calling, it's my duty, it's my job, it's my pleasure, it's my passion to love on folks. My mission is to stimulate, educate, and liberate the masses. And my mission is always first and foremost centered around Black folks and Black femmes and everyone else after that.
Well, my name is DeMonica Leone. I do drag as a drag queen and a drag king. I do burlesque. I've kind of found a way to kind of integrate them both, so I am known as the Lion Heart of Draglesque. And I'm an intimacy doula, I'm a sex educator, I'm into the kink community. So yeah, I do a lot of self-makeup. My mission is to nurture the community and finding different ways to do so, whether that's in activism, fundraising, mentorships, performance, education. I just want to continue to uplift both the drag and the burlesque community and find a way of unionizing them.
My name is Mix Puxaplenty. I'm known as the They Them Yes Queen of Burlesque, the Michelle Obama of Burlesque, and the Femme Daddy that your mother did not know to warn you about. And I am a Seattle-based burlesque performer and producer. I am the founder and co-producer of What the Funk, an All People of Color Burlesque Festival, and I'm the founder and current co-chair of the Seattle Burlesque and Cabaret Co-op. As like an artist and as a producer and as someone who firmly believes that burlesque is political, that burlesque is art, and that burlesque is culture, I really feel like it's my responsibility to disrupt the status quo and bring folks together. Like, my mission and vision really truly is to help folks figure out what community is for them. And really for me, community is about not just what you get from it, but what you're putting into it. And if you're not putting anything into the community, you're gonna be pulling from a dry cup.
My name is Viper, and I am the Secretary of Chaos.
Hi, I'm Koi. I am the Countess of Chaos.
I'm Chi-Chi Chaos, aka Mother Chaos.
I'm coming out as Corey Chaos, and I'm the new baby of the house.
I'm Angel Lion. I do Face and Sex Siren. My role in the house is just to be the supportive sister for all of my siblings and be there for everybody, emotionally, mentally, socially, all of it.
I'm Augusto Lion. I'm the father of the House of Lion. I gather the kids, but high-key, they also gather me. My categories are both femme, but I want to dabble in sex siren some more.
I'm Lex Lion. My categories are Sex Siren and Runway,
And my role in the house, I have access to a lot of resources like space and just people, and so I like to bring those resources in and share them with my siblings.
Hi, I'm Tasty Lion. I'm still very new to the house, but I'm gonna dabble a little bit more in performance as well as Sex Siren. I'd say my role in the house is the stretcher / massage therapist. I just like to make sure that everyone's feeling comfortable and just relieve a lot of the stress that comes with everything that we do.
I'm Apollo Lion. Hi. I am the Energizer Bunny of the house. My category that I usually walk in is performance and as well as Sex Siren.
I am Prince Lion. I walk Sex Siren, Vogue Femme, and I want to get a little bit more into performance. I am the chaotic troublemaker of the house, definitely.
Very that.
Always wears Prince, but yeah, that's me.
I'm Baby Lion. I walk the categories of Vogue Femme, and I want to start walking Sex Siren as well. Not there yet. We're working on it. But I like to bring a little more organization into the house. I like to try to get people together and try to get events going for us and trying to get to know each other more.
Hi, my name is Hyro. I walk realness, I walk runway, a little bit performance one time. I don't have a position, I just work here.
That's right. Hi, my name is Julian Mattel. I'm the mother of the house, the chapter mother of the West Coast of the House of Mattel, and I am an icon. And the category I walk is runway.
I'm Father. Yeah, my name is Isaiah Mattel, affectionately known as Handsome. I am, what is the official title? The West Coast Chapter
Father.
Mattel. I walk realness. At some point, I'm gonna walk body, and some point, gonna walk Sex Siren. But realness is where I come, storm and leave.
I am Amina Mattel. I walk face and realness, and soon Femme Queen performance when I'm feeling it. Just like my nephew said, I just work here.
I'm Posh. I walk labels and best dressed. That's that on that.
Stefan Mattel. I am the and that icon.
That's right.
That's right.
And I walk that bitch. As well as American Runway and Realness. And it's open.
I'm Damon Mattel. I just walk runway, storm it from the back.
I'm Pixie. I am the self-proclaimed princess of my childhood, and I just walk performance.
Hi, my name is Hyro. I walk realness, I walk runway, a little bit performance one time. I don't have a position, I just work here.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Julian Mattel. I'm the mother of the house, the chapter mother of the West Coast of the House of Mattel, and I am an icon. And the category I walk is runway.
I'm Father. Yeah, my name is Isaiah Mattel, affectionately known as Handsome. I am, what is the official title? The West Coast Chapter
Father.
Mattel. I walk realness. At some point, I'm gonna walk body, and some point, gonna walk Sex Siren. But realness is where I come, storm and leave.
I am Amina Mattel. I walk face and realness, and soon Femme Queen performance when I'm feeling it. Just like my nephew said, I just work here.
I'm Posh. I walk labels and best dressed. That's that on that.
Stefan Mattel. I am the and that icon.
That's right.
That's right.
And I walk that bitch. As well as American Runway and Realness. and it's open.
I'm Damon Mattel. I just walk runway, storm it from the back.
I'm Pixie. I am the self-proclaimed princess of my childhood, and I just walk performance.
Hi, I'm El Noir. I'm the Duchess of the House of Noir, and the main categories I walk are face, I'm kind of a champion, and realness, because, yeah.
Hi, my name is Aisha Noir. I am the Knight of the Royal House of Noir, and I walk, that's funny, Vogue performance and runway, and I also commentate.
Hello, I am Lou Noir, also known as Luke Lupe. The categories I walk is Bazaar, as of recently, and Face.
Howdy, my name is Chi Noir. I am the Queen Mother of the Royal House of Noir, or one of the Queen Mothers of the Royal House of Noir, and I walk European Runway and Sex Siren.
My name is Carla Ronce, aka Daddy Noir. I am the King Father of the Royal House of Noir. I walk Realness and Best Dressed.
I first started in burlesque because I was going through a divorce. I was already a performing artist. I had done like acting, singing, dancing, had done some independent films and some commercial work and some theater work, and I really loved it. But I hadn't really tapped into the erotic part of myself that I really was interested in, because I was at the time in a religious cult that didn't allow you to really express your sexuality and things like that. Once I divorced myself from the cult and also my husband at the time, because I thought that in order to be a wife I couldn't do those things, I was free to be more parts of myself. One of my best friends was like, I feel like you should try burlesque with me. And I was like, shit, why not? I love performing. I love bodies. I've just never had an opportunity to go express myself in that way, because I really, really deep down wanted to be a stripper, and I couldn't because my religion always kept me from it. Like, I always wanted to. I would go and I would like literally park in the parking lot of Deja Vu, like I'm going to audition tonight, and then be like, no, I can't, because I'm not gonna be allowed. It's gonna be a problem. I started burlesque because I was excited to perform, because I love to perform, and I was excited to perform in a way that allowed me to express other parts of myself that I felt like were held back by the person that I was previously. Once I did it, and I was around, a pioneer in Black burlesque here in Seattle, Dr. Ginger Snaps, and I mean, that person is just, she's incredible. She's incredible. She's also where I get my passion for education, because she is brilliant and she knows so much about so many things. So shout out to you, Dr. Snaps. And I loved it. I fell in love. And I fell in love with the people that I met. I fell in love with the spaces I was in. And the only thing I saw missing was people who looked like me. I was missing my family. I was missing my friends. I was missing my community. Yeah, so I was like, I need to bring my people into this thing that I love. Like, we need to know that this is a space that we can be in, this is a space that we can occupy, and this is a space that we originated in the first place. Yeah, it became my mission to do that, to create more opportunities for Black folks, but especially Black femmes, to come into space and feel liberated and feel celebrated and to be paid. It was such a life changer, because I got introduced to other people in other communities that felt very much like home, but I just didn't know them yet, right? So I got introduced to polyamory, I got introduced to kink, all these things that were very much I was interested in and had heard about a little bit and read about a little bit, but tried not to read too much because I didn't want to take my mind off the Lord. Yeah, I got to be around all these other people who had decided to live their lives very freely, and that's what I wanted to do. And I thought, oh my God, more Black femmes need to know that this is a possibility for our lives. That we ain't gotta be, nobody's nothing that we don't wanna be. We can just be who we wanna be for ourselves. And the people that we want to be ourselves with will come along. I'm proud to say that I've brought so many Black and brown people into a sex positive space, into the sex industry, whether it be performing, dancing, providing services, whatever it is. I have been able to bring a lot of Black people into sexual liberation. And so my mission is accomplished. I don't have any more goals as far as that particular thing is concerned. I'm doing what I set out to do. With my mission to stimulate, educate, and liberate, what is easier than stripping as far as stimulation is concerned, right? Like, if I want to stimulate people, start taking off my clothes, and people are stimulated. That is what happens because my body is banging. My aura is on fleek. Like, period. Like, look at me. If I start doing anything, but especially if I scratch my toe, people are like, what's happening? You know, right? So I was like, for me, it was the easiest route because of the light that I possess to take as far as stimulating people. I know that no one listens to you until you actually pique their interest. And so the next thing that I say, people are hanging on to every word because I've already captured their attention. I think that a lot of our liberation movements miss that piece, and I didn't want to miss that boat. There's too many people that need to know too many things for us to keep acting like we can hide behind respectability politics and get our people to get on board. That's not how that's gonna work. Motherfuckers is already tired, people are already tired, people have already been through too much. Make it fun or I'm not coming. I've been able to get people to sign up for voting. I've gotten people to sign up for testing. I've gotten people to, or at least get education about it. Even if they don't want to do it, they have more education about it, right? I've gotten people connected with resources, all through Sugar Shack, all through my productions, all through my burlesque. I bring so many different types of people together, and then they're able to build from there. Now, you know, Sugar Shack even has a marketplace in the back. I have all Black vendors and brown vendors and queer vendors coming and selling their things and showing people, hey, you can be a Black entrepreneur, right? It's like a Black business within a Black business within a Black business. That's always my goal. Is like, how can I bring more people in to create more for our community? People look on it from the outside, it's like, oh, it's just some people in there stripping. But no, there's people in here actually making a living. And all of that came from me just being willing to say, hey, I got something you want to hear. I got something you want to see, you know? By the way, go ahead and look at this pamphlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time you've been tested? Well, let's talk about that, right? It's like, people are going to listen when you give them something to listen to, when you give them something to look at and then listen to. So that is why it is this particular vehicle right now. It gives me access to a large group of people very quickly, and it allows for my message to not fall on ears that wouldn't be willing to hear, right? It gives me a chance to let my messages fall on ears that are a little bit more soft because they're like, they've already been massaged, right, by the booty. I was afraid to even wear like shorts before. And like I used to wear like tank tops underneath my t-shirts to make sure like I didn't have any cleavage showing. And like I used to try to cover up my body so much because I was taught that who I was and how I looked and how I present was too provocative, and it made people uncomfortable, and it was causing people to sin and like all these things. So for me to take up my space and be like, nah, this is wonderful. This actually brings people into sacredness, into holiness, into God. Right? Like, that's a completely different mindset. So I'm happy to be here.
I started burlesque about 4.5 years ago. I went to a open talent show called Workshop Wednesday at Crimwork. And ever since then, you know, people were like, that was such a great burlesque act. And I was, the hell is burlesque? So I did my research and I never turned back after that.
My burlesque journey started almost 12 years ago. It was shortly after I had my son, and I was going through postpartum depression really bad. I mean, I feel like that's something that we just don't talk about as a society, really. Anyway, it's kind of the shameful thing, and I was definitely in a shameful place of just being like, I should be the happiest I've ever been. I have this baby, I should be happy. But no, very miserable, and in a very miserable marriage too at the time. And I'm trying to breastfeed this baby, and I'm watching Netflix, and a documentary pops up called A Wink and a Smile. And it talks a little bit about burlesque history, and it also talks about a burlesque school. And it turned out that that burlesque school was actually here in Seattle, Washington, Miss Indigo Blues Academy of Burlesque, and it followed students in this program of creating a burlesque persona and performing for their family and friends. And I was really intrigued by that, and I sought out a burlesque show to go see here in Seattle, and it was the Land of the Sweets at the Triple Door. And so that was a little over 10 years ago. And my first thought was I could never do anything like this because there wasn't anyone in that show that looked like me in any way, shape, or form. And it wasn't until about 6 years ago I was tasked with producing a fundraiser for the Center for Sex Positive Culture, and we decided to do a cabaret show. And so I got to meet a lot of local burlesque performers, and they were all so sweet and really encouraging for me to check out the Academy of Burlesque. And little did they know, I've been checking that out for years. Like every year I'd go on the website and be like, not this year. The stars kind of aligned in a way that was really, really strange for me to take this burlesque intensive for 6 weeks. And that was 5 years ago. And I thought, I'm gonna go do this thing, I'm gonna get it out of my system, and I will never do this again. I just need to get this out of me. My first burlesque performance with this, in this recital was a cluster. Like, it was so bad. My pasties wouldn't stay on. I had to sew myself into my bra and tear myself out of the bra. At one point I tried to leave before the show even got started. I mean, it was a comedy of errors for sure. And I thought, well, you did it, it's done, it's over. And like I said, that was 5 years ago, and I'm still here.
House of Chaos came to be because there was not really, at the time, another Tacoma-based type of house in our scene. A big thing around for Chaos is kind of, with the name, kind of breaking some of the boundaries, whether that's with gender or other types of expression, to make room for evolution. So that's kind of what Chaos is really all about.
Even though we didn't start off as like a genderqueer house, we all eventually got there with a little bit of conversion, a little bit of happiness and love. All of us, I feel like, definitely break the boundaries in the categories that we walk. At least I can say for me personally, like walking gender non-conforming openness was definitely like a big step for me in coming into my own gender identity. Starting off in ballroom, like identifying as like a cis man, and now coming into like my gender fluidity has been really nice, and that's been with like the support of my house and with the community.
Our house is like wanting to also make space for folks and be able to just have a space where folks are able to like be themselves without really feeling the pressure of like, you know, sometimes like Chi had said, like geography, like sometimes it's really hard to access Seattle, and like it's not really an accessible space if you don't have that kind of transportation. So being able, most of us are, especially the original like members, all come from South King County. So we are like South King County or Pierce County, and so it's really nice to be able to make it so that a ballroom is a little bit more accessible, even if it is just like a zip code away.
Well, I really appreciate, and I'm sure the community also really appreciates Mother Chi founding Playground Kiki, which is a nonprofit organization which allows all of us in the CTAC ballroom scene to be able to practice and really explore our new talents or interests in the categories that we'd like to walk.
Can I add to that too? I think it's like also really important too, because like being able to access movement or just creative spaces can get really expensive, and it makes it really hard to access, if especially as like a young queer person who is of color in particular, or intersectional in their identity. And I think it's really important to be able to have spaces that are free, that are like you are able to enjoy it without having a capitalist cost to it.
We were told we were supposed to be the slutty house. We have no problem doing that.
It's just there.
When I started the house, my vision was to amplify the presence of the Latinx community in multiple spaces, ballroom being one of them. I found ballroom through the dance community. And even in the dance community, I felt very alone, being Latinx and queer. It wasn't until I met Lex when I ran into another queer dancer, and then my father, Ron Gatsby, introduced me to the ballroom community and took me in and taught me the elements and everything. But even still, I felt incomplete because it was only like, at the time, it was only me like walking the category, and it was very discouraging. So I branched out and I made it my mission to amplify our presence in multiple spaces. I come from an immigrant background, and when we come into this country, we're basically put in a little box. When I walked into a ballroom space, that was my first time seeing a queer male being celebrated for being feminine, and that's when I was like, even though that person doesn't look like me, I want to do that, and I want to be there. I knew that I couldn't do it alone, though, and I knew that I also wanted every gay little Latino boy to feel the same when they see someone looking like them, taking up spaces and doing what they love.
Well, the actual House of Mattel was formulated by the founding mother and the founding father, it being Sheree and King Ken. And so they were from actually the House of Juicy. And they decided to leave the House of Juicy and they started Mattel because they wanted it to be more about talent and raw talent that may not necessarily be seen the way it needs to be seen. With that being said, they started it and they started having chapters all over, except in the West Coast. When I came over, I initially did not want to open a chapter at all. I just wanted to mentor behind the scenes, help the other existing houses. But then after a while, everything that I was wanting from those houses, I just didn't see. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to like kind of show them visually and on the floor what I do expect. And I slowly started recruiting and people just started coming on board and they really put forth a great effort and this is Mattel. We're really big on not only just being really strong competitors on the floor, but also being very strong off the floor by being able to show up in community as needed, being able to go ahead and to raise awareness on situations that obviously not only just impact our house or our chapter, but also the community that we're a part of. One thing I can say about this chapter specifically is the camaraderie that has been built and how folks from different walks of life have been able to integrate with each other in a way that shows that you can bring people from all over together and you can create a chosen family. Well, the actual House of Mattel was formulated by the founding mother and the founding father, it being Sheree and King Ken. And so they were from actually the House of Juicy. And they decided to leave the House of Juicy and they started Mattel because they wanted it to be more about talent and raw talent that may not necessarily be seen the way it needs to be seen. With that being said, they started it and they started having chapters all over, except in the West Coast. When I came over, I initially did not want to open a chapter at all. I just wanted to mentor behind the scenes, help the other existing houses. But then after a while, everything that I was wanting from those houses, I just didn't see. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to like kind of show them visually and on the floor what I do expect. And I slowly started recruiting and people just started coming on board and they really put forth a great effort and this is Mattel. We're really big on not only just being really strong competitors on the floor, but also being very strong off the floor by being able to show up in community as needed, being able to go ahead and to raise awareness on situations that obviously not only just impact our house or our chapter, but also the community that we're a part of. One thing I can say about this chapter specifically is the camaraderie that has been built and how folks from different walks of life have been able to integrate with each other in a way that shows that you can bring people from all over together and you can create a chosen family.
The origin of the Royal House of Noir came from a parent house of the House of Luna, and the mother of that house was Jade Dynasty. When that chapter closed, we were hungry to start another family. And we ended up rooming with Elle Noir, our youngest daughter over here.
Each one of us were friends first before we hopped into a house, and that's how it's going to remain.
Like the rest was kind of history, and now we are the Royal House of Noir.
Our mission is to be black.
Yeah.
We are